Hello everyone, this is my third Hoover Junior U1036 in the Scandinavian brown and coffee colour, I think that's the term. You've seen one of them a long time ago. I opened one of these and it was in a pretty sorry state. I've recently come across it again and I've harvested it for parts. It's beyond saving. So when I saw this one pop up on the eBay, I thought, well, that looks quite good. I'll have that. Well, I'll bid on it anyway. But I also have, and I don't know if you'll ever see the video, I unboxed one of these fairly recently at the time of making this one that was better than the first one, but not quite as good as this one. So often I have to buy the cleaner 3 times to get a good example. So yeah, I might show that video at some point. Oh no. Oh no, I haven't seen those for a while. Oh dear. This seems very heavy. When I picked it up, I thought, blimey, that's heavy, but then I forgot. This is a U1036 MK2, and it still has quite a lot of metal elements in it, which the later versions, like the U1104 Junior, that looks the same, but had more plastic in it. So this looked okay. Oh, that's why it's so heavy. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Right, I don't think there's anything else in this box. Blimey. Well, it'll give us something to pick up, won't it? Okay, I'll just clear up a little bit and we'll have a closer look at this Hoover Junior. Blimey, O'Reilly. Right. You know, I do appreciate people making an effort with their packaging, but I don't appreciate the mess it creates. And also, I've been given this lovely, oh, it's a lovely duvet cover, I think. Is it inside out? I think it's inside out. Anyway, it's got some balls on it. Oh, it is inside out. Lots of balls. It's a single duvet cover. And there's footballs, baseballs, rugby balls, tennis balls. What a load of balls, as a lot of you say about my channel. Right, there we go. Lots of balls. I don't think I'll be putting that on my bed. Anyway, it's a single. Right. Oh, dearie me. What an absolute mess. Now this, I expect, has got the suppressor in it, and I will remove it in the video. It's one of the, the sticky tape around this. Oh, I wish I wouldn't do that, because the paint isn't exactly thick on these, so I have to be careful taking that brown tape off. Got to be really careful. I mean, it shouldn't really bring the paint off. It's only recently been put on for some reason. Hopefully not to hide anything. Now the other Junior that you haven't seen yet, which was in good condition, this is probably a bit better. The handle bail was broken on it, so it wouldn't... oh, this one's alright. The head flopped down. Right, okay, yeah. Looking at the handle, not bad at all. Yeah, look even better with a bit of spit and polish. And again, here's someone who doesn't know that this Hoover Junior could have fitted into a box half the size. Let me just take the bag off if I can with this one. Yes, it does. It's one of the quick release bags. Yeah, it's a little bit dirtier than it looked on the pictures. We still have the Hoover logo, which will remain as long as I don't put this anywhere near water. I'll try some Zero Duo P on it actually, which might brighten it up. It's got a very old plug. I mean, it's completely age inappropriate. It's a much older plug, but it's a nice example of a vintage MK. Quite brittle plastics on these. I don't know if it is Bakelite. That would go better with an older machine from the 60s, but not from the 80s. This one's from the 80s, early 80s. We'll date it shortly. But we'll use it for now. Right, oh dear, I'm such a mess. So let's just pop the handle on, shall we? Try and remove. Oh, look at all the gubbins. It's everywhere. Apparently this was found in somebody's loft, wrapped in a blanket. This little doobra here, strain relief cord, what's it, whatever, that should be inside. Well, should be this little square hole here, that should be in there. I expect it will need a new belt. Right, hang on. That was quite a strong spring action. Whoop! Stand to attention, Hoover Junior. Like that. Wow. Yeah, it won't be quite so vigorous and abrupt when the bag's on. So this is very much simplified method of connecting the handles, because even on the very early juniors, well, not the earliest, but the early juniors that had two-piece handles, was a little bit more involved connecting them together. So Hoover simplified it by combining the cable strain relief doodah with the nut and bolt thing. So does that go on the, yeah, it must go on the back. It used to be on the side on the older models. So I'll just tighten that. You can use a coin, you don't have to have a screwdriver. Who has coins these days? I think I've got some upstairs in a piggy bank. Oh, there we go. I'm just going to hand tighten for now. That's all that's needed at this stage. So there's that. And I can carefully wrap the cable. As I wrap it, I will check it for damage. And yes, the very first one, it's a very old video. The first one I unboxed of this, it has lots wrong with it. The cable's broken on it and everything. So I did salvage a few parts. It was very rusty. But I tend to do that with my collection. I buy the cleaner I want when I see it. But if a better example comes along, I'll buy that and then I'll sell the other one. That's a bit infuriating. There we go, it's just about fitted. Right, we'll pop the bag back on. I'm not sure if it'll have... I think there's a paper bag inside here. Is it going to be a genuine one? No, of course not. Ugh. And it's used as well. I'll try and fit it a little bit better than this. Crikey. It's an easy fit, disposable vacuum cleaner dust bag, suitable for use with many Hoover models, the Hoover Ranger and Hot Point models, Goblin 104 and a Colston 301 for peak efficiency. Empty often, replace frequently. Well, don't think that's been... It's probably been emptied a lot, but not replaced. We'll just try and pop it back on a little bit tighter. Now I do have genuine Hoover ones, but I tend to put fleece bags in the place of these when I use the cleaners properly. I tend to find the Sebo BS36/360 bags are the best. Even the paper versions of those, because the fleece ones are a little bit thick. So I just cut the tops off those Sebo ones. And they're similar to this really, once the top's cut off, and about the right size. Oh, this, because the bag is so worn. Oh, there we go, I've managed. Right, that's a little bit of a tighter fit. That needs a good vacuum out. I think once this is vacuumed, it'll look better. But yes, gentle cleaning with Sebo Duo P dry clean powder, I think will brighten the bag. The bag actually on the first one I showed you on this channel years ago was in very good condition. I've still got that somewhere. No idea where, but somewhere. I just need to locate the bag on the tube. No need for any screwdrivers. There's a little clip at the bottom. And then we just put the bag there. Okie dokie, right, let's move this muck out the way. I'm going to take the suppressor out of this cleaner before I switch it on. Just put the box there. The brushes are in good condition, although very soft. The belt will need replacing. Bit of a squeak. But yeah, it's in pretty good shape. I wonder why it was used and then wrapped in a blanket and put up in the loft. Maybe the suppressor's gone, but that would be unusual, I think, on this, considering it looks very lightly used. There's hardly any wear on the wheels. Right, well, apart from bits of the shredded paper, there's not much muck in there. Yes, it's got the suppressor. I'll have to get another vacuum just to get rid of the packaging that's found its way into the motor. Right, let's do the easiest suppressor removal ever on a Hoover vacuum. It's just a case of gently easing it out. Here it is, just under this red wire. Some pliers might help, long nose pliers, but I think I can just take this out. Oh, hang on, it's gone. Right, I'm just going to unplug this, carefully unplug this red wire, like so. Pull that out. Yep, I'll show you that in a minute, as a bit of it's fallen down. So perhaps the suppressor went and it was just put in the loft and forgotten about until it was found, and oh dear. See, this is where the long nose pliers would have been useful. So with the suppressor removed, I can just reconnect the red wire and then it will work. That's all you have to do on these to remove the suppressor. Right, I think I'm okay since I tipped the cleaner upside down. Most of the bits, there's a bit of fluff here. Hopefully it'll just need a bit of a clean up. I don't think I'll need to attend to the motor. Here's the offending suppressor or capacitor, call it what you will. You can see it's coming apart. It might have worked when I switched it on. I'm glad I took it out before switching it on. Even if it had worked, it would have started to stink. Yeah. So that can go in the bin. No need for that. I'll pop the bottom cover on and we'll switch on this Hoover Junior. Okie dokie. Replace the motor cover. I mean, obviously this, to a lot of you watching, is a complete relic, an antique. But you know, I still marvel in the fact that although this was a budget cleaner, it's still a very well made machine. Of course, made in the UK. Absolutely brilliant. And the Hoover Junior was such a popular model in the UK. And it ran for many, many years. And the U1036 was the sort of latest incarnation, where they made it a little bit more modern. They didn't change much, but they made it more modern. They gave it edged to edged cleaning, so the brushes reach closer to the edge than previous models. They gave it the combined on-off handle release switch. Top fill bag, although there was earlier Juniors that had a top fill bag, but it was still underneath basically the same cleaner, and very, as I said, very, very popular in the United Kingdom. Okay, well, let's switch on this Hoover Junior and hope that it works. It's a good idea to check the wiring in the plug of any old appliance you buy, whether it be from eBay or a car boot sale or second-hand shop. Now this one's not bad. They've got the outer insulation under the cord grip. They've got the correct wires connected to the correct terminals. It's a 13 amp fuse. I think a 5 amp would be okay in this Junior. I think the Junior here will be 300 watts. I'll check the rating sticker actually just before we switch on. Yeah, that's not a bad job, so I will leave it at that. The rating sticker can be seen when you lower the handle. This is Hoover model U1036, serial number U1036 010030009, 240 volts, 50 hertz, 300 watts, made in UK by Hoover Limited. It's double insulated and it has the British Electrotechnicals Approvals Board mark of safety. We can date this cleaner by looking at the numbers after the model number. So U1036 is followed by a 0, which means this is from 1980. So this Hoover Junior, at the time of making this video, is around 44 years old. And it does look it, I have to say. Well, as far as the condition, I've just briefly wiped it. It's still a bit damp. I mean, it's going to really polish up nicely, this. So for a 44-year-old vacuum cleaner, this Hoover Junior doesn't look bad at all. Nice shine on the hood there. There's a very light scratch on the top, but no deep scratches. You'd normally get those around the sides. Yep, pretty pleased with this. Hopefully this Hoover U1036 will sound as good as it looks. So there you go, the Hoover Junior U1036. Nothing much wrong with this cleaner. Bit of a spit and a polish. A new belt would probably benefit the machine. The motor sounds absolutely sweet. I think the agitator was a little rattly, so some new agitator bearings or just greasing the existing ones will sort that out. And it even works on my troublesome plush pile Saxony carpet. Groomed the pile, was easy to push, and picked up everything I put down. It'll be even better with a more modern bag inside the cloth one. I've just been checking the Argos Internet Archive, and if you wanted this model in the Autumn-Winter 1981 Argos catalogue, this would set you back £61.99. and when adjusted for inflation in August 2024 it would have costed £232.31, so £230 for this. I'm sure if it was manufactured today with the same standards it would be more than £232. But yeah, it's a simple machine, it's a basic machine. Its best use is carpet cleaning. Hard floors, I don't know if I've even attempted using one of these machines on a hard floor due to the beta bars, but you could attach of course the tools with the pan converter, and you know, you could use it for your above floor cleaning, but the suction would have been pretty mediocre. So if you had mainly carpets to clean, you might have had a little dustette or a cylinder model for your upholstery and your stairs and your car. If you just wanted this for carpet cleaning, you know, you'd have done pretty well with the basic Hoover Junior, and it would have served you many years. And as you can see from this video, 40 odd years later, it's still working, just with the suppressor removed. A very nice, simple, humble vacuum cleaner with Hoover's beats as it sweeps, as it cleans action. If you have any comments or questions about this Hoover Junior, please comment below. Don't forget to thumb up and subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon for another video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.